Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 6 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we are here once more with Kevin the Return to destroy another caravan. They have themselves some Ogre, Man-Eaters, as well as some Iron Fists, so not a terrible army here, but not one we should have any trouble dealing with. We have the Dreadquake Mortars as well as the Armor of Contempt to kind of keep our Goblins fighting a little bit more, giving them from 0 armor all the way up to 30, and actually 24 more, 24 rather, more melee defense, which allows them to stick in quite a bit longer. We will bring this poor caravan to heal pretty quickly. Let's get this battle started. Drag the boys up into this position so they can actually tearing this poor group apart. Alright, Kevin. We need you to really hit your Burning Wraths. We'll push the laborers up a little bit further, that way they don't actually get the cutthroats dragged into battle. The laborers push you up even further. And if those archers start firing on our own, we can actually move ours up to start firing. Let's use you after the Man-Eaters without Iron Fists, because they should be able to block any of your attacks. Let's go ahead and throw one of these at the Long Spearmen up front. You should have plenty more where that came from. Get the Hobgoblins moved a little bit up. Good first hit. Oh, maybe not. Just barely shy of hitting him. I'm going to wait till the archers start firing on our own, and then I'm going to drop down the bombs in 3, 2, enjoy. There are more enemies over here, but we'll have another use of the Dreadquake battery for that. Move yourselves up, start firing on these. Oh, we only hit the long spears. All sad. All right, move yourselves in. Cutthroat, see if you can get in behind. All arrows go after the Iron Fists there. Go ahead and chuck good old Burning Wrath at these peasant archers. And we'll go ahead and drop down. They got just kneecapped. We'll drop down the Armor of Contempt on as many of these frontline lads as we can. Actually, these ones are getting shot at by the peasant archers, so over here first. Cutthroats get in there as well. Shut down those Man-Eaters. Looks like the Jade Warriors with Halberds are coming on up as well. Keep those shots flying. Dark Subjugation going down on one of the 2 Ogres is probably not a bad idea. Get you guys into the back line to kind of scare them off. We're chopping on some long spears. Throw some more Burning Wrath at this group of archers here. We hadn't chucked the first one yet, had he? There we go. Go get into melee. Can we use the Crown of Command to keep any of our Hobgoblins fighting? Keep those Cutthroats fighting for a little bit longer there. Everyone keep launching those arrows. You will get into melee with the Lord there. Let's drop the melee defense on these Ogres. They'll move forward to start launching your arrows over that way instead. Fire on these archers up front. Should be an easy fight there, and actually we may go ahead and sacrifice some of our laborers to blow up these lads. Yep, right here, it looks good. Go ahead and pull the Cutthroats back. We'll leave the laborers in on that fight. Drop down a Burning Wrath to kind of keep lads pinned down for a little bit longer. Hobgoblins are pretty easily defending themselves there. Dreadquake battery doing good work. Now wait just a moment and charge back in after the Earthquake itself goes away. Chase down some archers in the back line there. Move you guys away. I think we've got him. fleeing. We've got our laborers back. Let's go ahead and chase down these spearmen here. Perfect. Well, we have lots of Cathayans to hunt down to try to gather up all of their caravan goodies, and I'll catch you in a moment. And the D-Win caravan is destroyed. We gather up all the goodies, gaining a cool 1900 to the treasury, as well as a good bit of labor and armor of silvered steel for Kevin as well to keep him a little bit more healthy. We'll go ahead and transport these captives back. Ooh, he does a little dance once more there. And Minghu, that's not what his name was. Oh, we killed Minghu first, I see. Alright, well, we'll bring Kevin on back. Looks like the ogres are expanding quite a bit here. Your plan? Your plan is to join our labor force soon. Don't you worry. We'll throw Kevin back into the Black Fortress. Give him a little bit more replenishment. And you've gained yourself some more skills, bud. So let's give you the Tyrant. Even more post-battle loot. Drazhoath, let's give you... Love to grab some cavalry, some faster-moving hobgoblins. Let's maybe instead grab just a unit of Dawi warriors. Maybe even with the great weapons. We haven't got to use these guys too much, so let's grab some armor-piercing damage for Kevin's army, just in case he needs it. They'll help out with any of the Jade warriors if they maybe come through with a little bit stronger caravans as well. We won't use any global recruitment, we'll just kind of leave Kevin as is. Black Fortress, we are moving quickly towards getting those gun turrets, but take a quick look at what's going on up here. It looks like old Malahans was still chasing down the demon stump. We'll have to see if he actually claims it. I would love for him to sack the stump and let us claim it, but we'll see. We never quite get that lucky. As far as our next kind of construction project, we need to kind of see what's going on around. So the Black Fortress, getting up to tier 4 would be really great. We kind of need to stabilize out on our economy here. So let's come on over to Crookback Mountain. I'd love to get in the iron mine. However, that's kind of one where we're dealing with the issue of we don't have quite that many raw materials coming in. Go ahead and upgrade the bivouacs for now so we actually have some cavalry moving around. And then I think we also will throw in the Overseer's camp here at Crookback Mountain. Or I guess at Mount Silverspear. Crookback, we will go ahead and upgrade as well. Even though I think the Tower of Gorgoth here has the better landmark building. This gives us more gold and raw materials, as opposed to Crookback Mountain just going for... There's no actual landmarks here, we'd be going for the iron. Oh, that was over here. The iron would give us... As long as we have 300 or more raw materials. So it uses 300 raw materials a turn, but pumps out a lot of armaments. This will be great once we have our stockpile set up a little bit better. Let's hold off on Crookback Mountain. We'll throw in the tribute collectors just because it doesn't cost all that much. And then we'll come on over to the Tower of Gorgoth and get this thing upgraded. We really need this this landmark building up and running. Good business. We actually have enough where we could probably get another army up and running. But I would kind of prefer to get Kevin's sorted out before we do so. Going an Overseer's camp up at the Gates of Zar. It's fairly internal. Let's go ahead and start the Overseer's camp upgrading, or at least get the construction moving on along. Over at the Sentinels, I am keen on getting a mine shaft in, but 100 more workload we'd have to actually maintain, so let's go ahead and save onto this for now. We're really going to want to get the Sentinels up and running quickly so we can actually grab the marble camp. So I think we'll throw in the rush construction here. Well, how much is the cost for the marble quarry? 4,200. We actually can afford that just fine. So we will rush construction here. Spend a bit of our hard-earned labor. We should gain some more very soon regardless, and we'll throw in the marble quarry. We have to do better at keeping it protected this time. Luckily, Rictus isn't around to do any kind of crazy kamikaze missions into our deep lines, but that was pretty intense. We'll go on in and see about getting any more warriors. I think War Machines actually is going to be a better choice, but we do need to start stockpiling up on our armaments so we can actually upgrade some of these other buildings here. Costs a lot to get the Grand Manufactory in. I guess since it's going to be so long, we might as well grab some more War Machines, keep us safe. Welcome on in, buds. We could get more ammunition for them as well. Trying my best not to copy the Zatan playthrough, but our War Machines are just so useful. And actually with that additional Iron Demons are awesome, though. Could try out the Skullcracker since we haven't actually gotten to that. We'll grab a Skullcracker for Kevin. Gets us some diversity in our armies here. Manufacturer's wanting me to know that we have a extra ammunition we could give to all of our war machines. That would be way too expensive at the moment. We're not producing enough armaments. Back to you. Okay, well the Overlords of Zarduk have been destroyed. Oh, and there's some Beastmen here too. We can fight them. Brawler Guts, Mallet Hands, you fool. I didn't want you to claim land inside of Dawi Zar territory. That's a big mistake for you. How many settlements do you control? I'm going in the pot. You got 5 settlements. Okay, is he at war with Greasus? No, but he is at war with the Heralds of the Tempest, so this would make us friends with Kolek. Which we could snag some Dragon Ogres from Kolek. Or just some better frontline infantry in those Chaos Warriors. Or at least the Chosen. Or Infernal Guard are amazing, but just some more diversity in those armies. Even though the Chaos Dwarfs don't generally work with the other factions, except for Drazhoath works with Tamarkan. Let's go ahead and deal with Kugu the Land Ripper here. Yeah, I'm just gonna slaughter this thing right away. We need the labor. I crush your bones beneath hooves. You may have managed to cobble that through a sentence, bud. So Kugu Land Ripper has bringing with him 2 Cygor, 2 Minotaurs, and himself the Doom Bull. Not a bad force at all. The Cygor are going to be nasty. 400 range. Yeah, 450. The Iron Demon doesn't have a lot of range. Yeah, the Cygor are by far going to be their most deadly unit here. We really need our Infernal Castle to quit being wounded. Oh, we could give this the auto-resolve? Man, we might as well. Now, let's go fight ourselves some Beastmen. You'll find that this is some of my most difficult armies to fight against, the really, really mobile ones that are all about ambush. Let's see how well we do. The battle. Okay, so we have everything we need to easily bring this army down. We just have to keep those sides. Look at them. Deploying up there on the high ground. And taking some lessons from Obi-Wan, they are. That's a bit annoying. Okay, we'll have to respond accordingly. Ogre Khan will get you up front. We have no clue where those archers are. We'll have to find them since they will be stalking away. We have some sneaky gets to try to get in around and sneak up on their Cygor. Or at least just be a bit of a scouting force to start. Man, advancing straight into Cygor fire is going to be a nightmare. So I think what we'll want to do is kind of disrupt the line as much as we can with our magma cannon and the Drazhoath himself. Make sure you're not in range of the Cygor. I'm pretty sure you would lose a fight with a car door-sized rock. I will bring you up as well. Our Hobgoblin archers really need to stay as safe as we can keep them. Vanguard deploy in stock would be great. We would be basically outperforming the Beastmen at their own game. We'll group them up just a little bit there, and we're going to bring the units more together. I don't want them directly behind. The terrain's giving us some issues there. Basically, if we keep them right behind each other, if the Cygor misses, it has a chance of blowing up one of the other archer units behind it. We really don't want to have that. Gore does, you're going to be up front, being a distraction. Drazhoath as well is going to be a huge distraction. We'll keep the Fire Glaives onto this side. We're going to keep them a little ways back. Blunderbusses, we're going to keep them back behind as well. We'll kind of rotate them out and around once we find good targets for them. You holding one flank, hold them around to hold the other flank. Infantry, missile, war machines, and the boys. Alright, that'll begin. We're going to move up this way using this tower here as cover. Stay back. Don't get spotted. Those Minotaurs come on around, they would have a really bad time. Ogre Khan, I'd really like you to save your ammo, so let's not use it on those hounds if we can help it. Drazhoath, let's go ahead and over here and scare those hounds off. We'll bring Gordoz with him. Bring these guys around. You sneaky gets, stay out on the side. We'll bring you in as an ambush later on. But Cygor seems to know exactly where you're at. Okay, the other Cygor is starting to take shots. Where at? On the blunderbusses in the back line. Alright, we'll keep them over off to the side then. Get everyone else start moving up. Demon train also. Get moving. You get stay in. We'll know where the Ungor all are in a moment. Ogre Khan, come on out and around. Doesn't look like we've taken any hits just yet. I don't mind you start throwing stuff at Drazhoath. He should be able to dodge it or just absorb it just fine. Rocks on the shoulder, get ready. Ogre does pull you on back. Dodge those rocks there. You get right on into the line. Their constant disappearing is obnoxious. We'll go ahead and throw down the Curse of Shoot on this Doom Bull here. There, come on back away from those hounds. Go ahead and drop down a Burning Wrath double cast in the middle of this group. Three huge hits. I mean, I kind of want to throw down an Ash Storm, but that doesn't seem like a good use. We'll throw on some more Cinder Breath. Nasty Cinder Breath. Move in, start shooting. Alright, the rest of the force should be able to start moving their way in now. Everyone else is pretty well distracted. We'll send these sneaky gets around. Drazhoath, let's get away from getting shot at. Drop down another Curse of Shoot on the Doom Bull. While you're moving, pull away. Doom engines start firing. Actually, you turn and get these guys bogged down. Gordas, we definitely need some frickin' dice. Pull you on away. Armor of Contempt for everyone here. Alright, Drazhoath, let's go ahead and drop down in here and beat down on this boy here. Drop down the extra melee defense. Sweet. We'll have our sneaky gets go shut down the individual units. I'm keeping my fire glaives and stuff back just a smidge. So all of the dwarf warriors now, let's start moving up. Trying to keep them from getting blasted apart by the Cygor there. Fire glaives, you go deal with this unit over here. Drazhoath starting to take some damage. Let's go ahead and drop the leadership and melee defense of this Doom Bull. Pull you on away from the Cygor. No reason to take all that free damage. Demon engine. Pull back. Start ripping some shots into these Ungor Raiders here. They aren't going to win, but they'll at least shut them down. Drazhoath, we need to go ahead and pull back. Demon engine, keep driving on away. Keep getting those shots in where you can. I moved them up a little bit too far. Demon engine, turn and fire. Yeah, our archers are losing the archer duel. Pull on away from the spearmen. Drazhoath, let's get her out so you can charge in again. Our archers fled. Pretty much immediately came back. Love to see it. Loyalty. Keep fighting on through. Drazhoath, go deal with this Cygor. He gets to doing their thing. We really need to pull you away, though. Archers pull back. You guys kind of bog them down. Now let's go ahead and throw an Overcast Burning Wrath into, I guess we can't overcast it, just a single one there. Gorda's having a really hard time pulling out of that fight. Go ahead and charge these idiots down. Keep firing into our own lines, pull you guys away so you don't take as much damage. There we go. Combination of Drazhoath and the Sneaky gets easily bring down the Cygor. Bring you on back. Chase down this Doom Bull. Well done, Sneaky Gits. Was a little bit overly cautious with our Dwarf Warriors. Alright, the enemy's going to flee on away. We'll drop down some Dark Subjugations to get some more damage out. Raven Scepter as you keep chopping on fools. Gore does, you hunt down this Doom Bull, make sure he does not come back. Actually, we kind of don't mind him having a little bit of health left. Let's go hunt down some more of his foolish allies. Hobgoblin's blown away. Alright then, I have plenty of beef to hunt down, but catch you in a moment. A decisive victory, indeed. Gordos took a little bit of damage as well as Drazhoath, but we did a pretty good job of shutting down the Beastmen there. We probably could have got a little bit more damage on both our Demon Train and the Magma Cannon there, but fair enough. I think we will go ahead and now we're just transporting him back. Every time I'm tempted to go for the replenishment, now we just transport the captives back. And he does survive, which is a little bit unfortunate. We finish up our wagon engineering, though. You can't just build it bigger, you Wazik. Such immense loads require an entirely different chassis altogether. Which would give us obsidian, and marble provides 15% more raw materials for output for the province. Now we're moving on to the extended shifts. And we will have the marble quarry in very soon. We'll definitely need a good bit more workloads. We need to be up to 800 in the province there, so we'll have to start working on that. We may have to move some guys around. For Drazhoath's new skills. Yeah, so let's go for... We Are Legion isn't that useful. Not yet. Will be incredibly useful in a moment. Let's go for the Flames of Asgore. So they can work for the long years of exile here. This is kind of the bonus versus everything spell. Got a almost reverse explosion from underneath the ground. Pretty awesome. I would love to be able to attack Brawler Guts, but if we could do some raiding as well, that wouldn't be too bad. Jump over here on Kugu. Finish off his forces. This is going to give me a decisive victory with low casualties. We'll see about that. Kneecapped, and we lost 24. Not bad at all. We didn't capture too many of them, though, so we'll go ahead and transport those captives away. The prey herds come and are immediately annihilated. See you guys later. So he almost took no damage from claiming the Demon Stump. And took it as a tier 2 settlement. I really think it would be a bad idea to not claim this. Bloodthirster prison. Right on the bank of the River Ruin, an immense pillar of rock juts forth, holding captive the bloodthirsty Baltor, preventing his escape. Extra winds of magic faction-wide? Sold? Yeah, no, sorry, Ogres, you don't need this as much as I do. What we'll do is, we just charge in and deal with them? It's a lot of Ogres. Gore does, we'll give you Sneaky. Making sure all of our goblins are a little bit more stealthy on the battlefield there and can actually Vanguard deploy. I think we will want to do some replenishing, so we'll jump into encamp stance instead of raiding and just stay in his territory. We can jump into global there and grab one of the hobgoblins as just some more frontline. Do we want another sneaky git? They're not bad. I think we just need more frontline goblins, though. We'll trade them out for proper Dawi soldiers later on. The tower roads of the Black Fortress sound really good. We kind of just need to capitalize on fixing our infrastructure here. Extra control would stop the laborers from dying nearly as much. We've got 400 labor here. We can pretty much instantly complete this and start working on the next tier. I think the next tier is going to cost... how much exactly? 1,900. We won't want to use it then. Be a bit strategic with what we're doing here. Russian construction, we will definitely go ahead and send some more labor over to Zarnagrund. And I think we do want to spend some gold to send some labor out of the place that actually isn't using any. So out of the Desolation of Asgore that's over here. Back Mountain? Yes, that's exactly right. Desolation. Well, we do want them to keep collecting labor. I'm going to drop 2 of it out. 3. Control is starting to stabilize again, so we'll drop 3 of those out, and then we'll kind of increase things over at the Howling Wastes. Perfect. Accept that move for 600 gold. Switches up how control is working on all of those settlements there, and I think we will go into the Black Fortress and upgrade these roads. Tower roads. Take me home. So, Thor, who are you fighting with, if anyone? Boxmakers. Just the Boxmakers for now. Ooh, the Lamian Sisterhood would like a deal. Too bad they're fighting with the Disciples and Karakadren. Fighting with fellow Chaos Dwarfs is not going to be something I'm going to be happy about. No money at all. Nah, hush up. Got nothing to say to you. Fair enough. We have plenty of opportunities to kick on off another war with the ogres over here then. Kind of secure this section. And we actually have the opportunity to kind of skate on through up to the north to do some raiding in the Northlands as well. Which is awesome. This is an underground channel that the Chaos Dwarfs, I don't know if they dug it themselves or they discovered it and then just kind of made it more usable for them, but this water looks like a bad time. Got the discarded armaments and everything. Alright, Kevin. Give you... Definitely want to give you one of our Iron Demons. I think Imric is a problem, and I'm trying to find the best opportunity for Kevin to be fighting back against Imric. The Skullcracker, I just think would get shot to pieces by archers. Although it'd be really good at getting through those archers and kind of ripping them to shreds too, so... You know what? Skullcracker it is. We won't go back on our word. Skullcracker, and then... combine some of these laborers up. Those, and then I'm going to grab a single unit of the ones with armor piercing. They may stick in to fight just a little bit longer too, since they are orcs, so we'll try them out. Got a convoy dispatch. We don't quite have the gold for it. We'll have to wait. Drazhoath is Drazhoath is the victor. This would give us a random weapon or armor. I think our next choice is going to be... I mean, we could drop our armaments cost even further in the Hellforge, so we'll probably grab the Cardinal Demonsmith next. Let everyone else kind of fill in the rest of these seats as they want. Double down on our upgrades we already have. Alright, fighting for friends. Defeat an army belonging to any of the following enemies of the Disciples of Hashut. Ramadni, Dripping Fangs, Lamian Sisterhood, or Saberskin. They've started up all sorts of fights. And where did Bull Mallet Hands go? Man. There is no trusting the ogres. Luke Taz will be back in one turn. I definitely don't think we'll be injuring him again. That was really unfortunate. But we will happily kick off a war with these ogres here. You hush up. You're lucky I can't talk to Kolek yet. And war. The Blood Guzzlers have been declared war on. This will be fun, boys. Agreed. We'll get to work in the mines. All free. I can't wait. You can't wait. Oh, that's a weak army. Alright, auto-resolve. Okay, they lost 57. And we will just occupy this as... probably another outpost. Granite Guard have been unlocked. When their masked blunderbusses are presented, a headlong charge towards the elite Granite Guard is a doom to failure. It's gonna be full of holes. We've secured the Wolflands. Also, we have outposts absolutely everywhere. We just have to get the labor in to start using them. Bloodthirster Prison is a tier 3 landmark. Sad day. Alright, Drazhoath. Go ahead and give you the Long Years of Exile, which drops the Winds of Magic cost for the Flames of Asgore. And we'll next grab the final point, work our way towards Arcane Conduit, and then we can start finishing off his blue line, and then finally working on his actual soldiers. His magic is a little bit too powerful to wait on, at least. Walking the Granite Guard sounds really great. Kind of like to throw them in on this army here, replace some of our Hobgoblin Cutthroats. Oh, look at that. Another convoy. We just have to not recruit my Iron Demon. That's a little bit sad, but I would greatly prefer to bring down this caravan. Hire up some mercenaries? Sold. Hello, ogres. And to war. Burning Wind nomads shall now hate us. But you keep delivering your things straight to me. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so Jade Warriors and some crossbows. We'll go ahead and give this one to the auto-resolve. We have slain enough of them already. Go ahead and transport those captives back. Slain yet another caravan. Gained another grip of gold. And a grip of experience for Kevin. 2 more points. Sweet. Finish off Tyrant, getting even more labor from those battles. And we'll get back to recruiting our Skullcracker there. So rude. Our new ill-gotten gains. I think we will go ahead and upgrade the garrison headquarters here at the Sentinels to the max, so we don't have to worry about losing it again. I'm happy to upgrade the treasure trove in Mount Greyhag as well. And then since it is so internal, I think we'll start up our first labor strip mine here in the Crookback Mountain area. Drop that on in. We'll need 300 workforce. Make sure we can actually keep that rolling. See how the Ogre fights up in the hills then now. Karakazorn is being pretty easily bullied by Goldtooth.
Drazhoath.
Save that on the Sentinels. We have 1,000 workforce there, losing 161. Ooh, we may send some guys back to Nagrund. Swing on into the tower, though, first, and we will grab the Cardinal Demonsmith. Armaments cost for all capacity upgrades. It drops by 10%. Or just more replenishment rate. Yeah, you know what? We'll grab more replenishment rate. That can never hurt. Especially our Dawizar warriors. They need to be replenishing up as fast as we can get them. 50% is the maximum it allows you to replenish, but... And these guys are flying. What we'll do is... Can we merge these guys together? I think it's going to delete the more elite units. We'll just kick these guys on out. And throw in the Granite Guard. Welcome, good lads. They've got the suppression effect on their shots. They do a little bit less damage. They also dig in, looks like. So they get entrenched, gives them more range and expert charge defense. 40% more range is a lot. I see why they lose some of their missile strength. Cool beans. I think we do spend the gold on the Overseer's camp here at the Demon Stump. I kind of want to go ahead and rush that. I guess there's no real reason to, though. We'll go ahead and instead send some more labor off to be sold. Keep the coffers flowing. Sounds good to me. Next commandment to pass out, I think we'll go for the Masterful Architects for now. We have just enough gold to send out another convoy, so let's find our spot. Looks like armaments for gold, armaments for labor, gold for raw materials, armaments for labor. Oh, we could be sending this to Blackcrag is owned by our enemies. Interesting. Can we go get raw materials from anywhere else besides Blackcrag? It doesn't look like it. Add him on in. Armaments are really what everyone wants. We could get some raw materials from Blackcrag. I think we get attacked. Grungzint is now owned by Karone. Looks like the armies of Order are securing the Citadels of Evil. We'll go ahead and head out to the Crystal Spires. The Silver Tower gives us more. We'll go to the Silver Tower. Maximize how much gold we're sending on out. And then we dispatch. Again, once more here, hopefully we find ourselves in some battles that aren't Skaven-related ambushes, because that's the least amount of fun. Alright then, one more turn. And the Blood Guzzlers were in ambush stance and they go to attack the Sentinels. Good grief. The AI is making sure I've spent the most amount of money before they attack settlements. We don't stand a chance here. Yeah, that is so unfortunate. We do have the Dreadquake battery, but it does almost nothing against the Ogre Bulls here. So, we'll fight it out. I just don't think we can. I don't think we can fight this one. That's so unfortunate. Yep, we should have definitely moved Kevin up to defend. We could have probably chased this group off. Oh, we'd have to do some more rebuilding then. Alright, get the guys set up over here. They're going to be basically deploying incredibly wide. They've got a lot of ogres and a lot of lions to be fighting with. Archers in the center there. Orc laborers kind of holding the sides for as long as they're willing to try to fight. Let's get this battle started. Oh, hang on now. Our Dawizar warriors in the center. And now let's get this battle started. Push up to the side here. Oh, we've got the flickering oil effect on the water as well. That's super unfortunate. Push them up towards the center. See if we can locate the Noblar trappers there. We can hit them with the Dreadquake battery. Just nothing else really going to be affected ogre-wise. Get some arrows flying. They do have quite a bit of missile resistance, those Saber Tusks, though, so not a lot of damage going to be going out. Here we go. Here we go indeed. That initial charge is going to be devastating. Go ahead and drop down the Dreadquake. We need to know where their cutthroats are. Where are those Noblar trappers hiding? Charge on in there. Pull on away. Alright, let's drop down the battery here. Sneak your way through. Yeah, there they are. They're moving fully to the side. Dreadquake, as you can see, they're doing absolutely nothing to the Iron Fist, and all three of them actually connected. They didn't make it through at all. Charge on in, kind of stop anyone from actually making it. Deal as much damage as you can to some of the dual weapon ogres there. We're getting completely run over. Slaughter of the hobgoblins. We will be able to at least move up and attack them the next turn, but good grief. The ogres decided they were going to hide in ambush and let us attack their settlement. Very intelligent play by the Blood Guzzlers here. We'll speed things up so y'all don't have to watch me get our entire army annihilated. Yeah, this is a wash. I'll catch y'all back at the campaign map. Yeah, we got smashed. And they shall sack our Sentinel settlement. Alright, convoy encounter. Ogre mercenaries. The strength of an ogre is unmatched anywhere. Yeah. You ogres make me angry. Get lost. New tier of seats is unlocked. Aftergoth, and they both should have gone ahead and slotted some seats in, but that's fine. We have tier 2 unlocked. Let's move Drazhoath quickly. Of course, you are not in range. Alright, Kevin. Alright, we have to deal with the AI being cowardly as possible, so let's march the Sentinels so we don't lose the settlement at the very least. Would much rather attack Mallet Hands. Luke Taz, I don't know why you're all the way over there, but let's bring you down. Demon Stump. Oh, this unlocks more Demonsmith Sorcerers. Awesome. In the meantime, I'm going to just go ahead and throw down an outpost. Although it didn't really do much good for us here at the Sentinels. We have most of our empire completely undefended, so we really need to deal with these ogres quickly. I didn't expect them to try any sneaky plays like such. The only thing I'm going to repair is the... I guess it's the mine. That's the only thing I can afford. Buildings can be made at the Darkhold, and otherwise we'll keep saving our raw materials for the moment there. Give Kevin... I'd love to throw in the ROR unit, we just don't have enough gold. Alright then. Alright, Brawler Guts, please stay and fight. Don't flee. Don't do it. Alright, the ambush. Stealth is possibly not the strong suit of our would-be ambushers, who visibly await our convoy from some rather questionable hiding places. We can avoid them easily, of course, but it almost seems a disservice not to show them what a true ambush looks like. And I agree. Bulge, you fool. Time to show you your place. Yeah. You don't stand a chance. On your knees. You killed that many of my warriors? How? Alright. We'll go ahead and transport those captives. We learned that auto-resolve is hateful. A bunch of Noblars apparently are the secret. Alright then, we'll jump into normal stance and we're gonna hunt down Brawler Guts here, who is in camp stance. I'm not scared of you. Revenge. We're bringing Luke Tuz on over. You as well. He's on a boat. Oh, that's gonna ruin his movement entirely. Oh, dude. That's gonna ruin his amount of movement he has. Get back up on the land. Jump into Drazhoath's army. Oh, Drazhoath's maxed out. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these Hobgoblin units. Man, if we aren't able to attack Brawler Guts because of you, Luke Taz, I'm going to be so angry with you. Alright, we can almost... Perfect. I don't care who we're trespassing on. We are coming over here to deal with the Blood Guzzlers. Looks like it would give us a close victory. We lose 2 of our Hobgoblin Cutthroats. They may end up being slaughtered anyway, but I don't mind. The battle. Alright, Cinder Breath. Looks like they have deployed one of their units behind our lines, and they still get it in a minute 31, so an interesting deployment there for the enemy. Very lucky for them as well. Let's go ahead and set up in this little gully here. They would have to go all the way around, and the AI is not keen on usually doing that, so we'll move up, take a look. Looks like that is shallow water. We'll have the Sneaky Gets up front, ready to run away as fast as they can. We'll have the Hobgoblin boys. I think we want them in the water. They'll actually be down below our units there that we want fighting. So we'll have the Fireglaves backed up by the Granite Guard. Scoot them up just a little bit there. They have pretty good line of sight, them and the Granite Guard both. We'll throw the Blunderbuss units on the other flank. Hobgoblin archers. Play them as wide as we can there. Every one of them to find a target and start filling them full of holes. We'll have the Iron Demon up front. The Iron Castellan holding one of the flanks. Blunderbuss units will push out on top of this hill here. And then we'll have the Dwarf Warriors fall in behind them. Both sides. Our other Hobgoblins there to hold the center. The Granite Guard can pretty much deal with anything that tries to come close. Filled full of holes. Drazhoath. We'll have you up top, keeping that hill controlled. And then the Magma Cannon in the back. We will have to worry about the lads summoning in here in the moment, but the only dangerous part of that is going to be the Tyrant. Everything else, not a problem. Alright, so archers. Infantry. I'm going to lock Oglakons with the heroes there. Perfect. Let's get this battle started. I'm going to push these guys up on the hill a little bit more. Castellan, get up there as well. Where are you going? And they retreat. Oh, I didn't realize we sped things up. They're retreating on away. Because they would just rather not get shot at by a magma cannon. I don't rightly care. Gordoz, you go deal with the Ogre Tyrant when he shows up. You and Oglakon should be able to handle that, no problem. Sneaky Gets moved up just a little bit backwards there. Drazhoath, let's get on in here. Not a bad hit. One of the ogres fell there. 26 seconds. Keep moving up. So the demon train kind of to here. Now it looks like the hounds are retreating or moving around. We'll go ahead and drop down the Crucify Shoot on their lord. Enjoy. 4 seconds till the reinforcements show up. Here they come. Bunch of Noblars. Alright, you drop down on this tyrant. Go ahead and drop his melee defense as well. We can pull him up out of that fight pretty quickly if we need to. Give him a couple chops of the old face there. We're dropping the fools as they come on in. Pretty easily defeat that group. Demon train, pull on away. Chew yourself up on out of there. They're already dug in, so we're not going to move them much. Sneaky Gates move in and kind of shut that group down. Drazhoath, you are really surrounded, so let's go ahead and drop down some Flames of Asgore. Enjoy. That's right. Well done there, Drazhoath. Let's get on out of there. Gordo's got annihilated. Wasn't paying close enough attention to him. Nah, he's out. That's unfortunate. Alright, you boys turn around and get into a fight in the woods there. You turn and start firing those arrows on the Noblars behind you. Should not have lost Gordo's. That was foolish. Snipers are going right over the top there. Go ahead and throw down a flashbang on these units. Demon engine, as long as you're still firing, we're doing good. Alright, you get in there. Alright, Gordos is back. Perfect. Has another chance to actually do some good. Go ahead and about face for both of you guys there. Pick your targets well. We need another cast of Flames of Asgore, but we just need... There we go. Enjoy. Yeah, they're just standing there and getting annihilated. Flames of Asgore is an incredible spell. Not as much damage that time, but still pretty alright. Does activate your abilities there. Charge on in behind and deal with this. Ogre Tyrant, please. Let's bring Ogla Khan's boys in on the back so they can actually start giving some boys flammable, rather. Sword of Anti-Heroes and Potion of Toughness keep you fighting for a lot longer. Get in there. Looks like Drazhoath's taking a lot of damage. He's surrounded by all of the ogres. We're gonna start dealing with the individual units of ogres there. Keep blasting. You've got to retreat, buddy. You're taking a lot of damage there. Even Cinder Breath, get on out. Pull back with this group. You guys start firing into that obnoxious squad of Saber Tusks there. We slayed their reinforcement lord, no problem, and there's the victory. Foolish ogres. Thought you could run and hide. Listen to the lovely sounds of the fire glaives. Hobgoblins, don't get yourselves killed. It's open season. Perfect. Well, with that victory, I'm going to hit y'all back to the campaign map. And victory over the Cowardly Blood Guzzler. They had a lot of meat in this army here. That's why they did so well. And it makes sense now. We'll go ahead and transport those captives back. We need all the labor we can get. He retreats on away. Okay, hello? He ran for a mile. Alright. Well, we can't actually catch up to him because of the way that's going to be. And March stance doesn't actually let us move any further. How incredibly interesting. We at least can get back into friendly territory. I am concerned, however, that Mallet Hand's army is actually sizable enough to handle my garrison at the Demon Stump, so we will spend some labor to rush both of these constructions here. Make sure the garrison's a little bit more healthy. I may spend a little bit more over here. Get another garrison base.
No one tells a tyrant what
Yeah,
to do.
I think we will. It's going to be very necessary. We will go ahead and rush this construction right away. Spending almost what's left of our labor there, but keeping the garrison at least healthy. I won't spend any more money on the buildings in the Demon Stump because I don't really want to lose them. Gates of Zar, we can go ahead and start working on maybe the guard tower for extra control. Let's grab the guard tower for extra control. We'll be making a lot of gold and raw materials from this landmark. That's what I'm going to be rushing for. Everyone here gains some skills. Love to see it. Throw in the last point into Flames of Asgore there, so it costs a little bit less and has a way smaller cooldown.
Ease up, crew.
For Gorduz, we'll go ahead and give you... Bloodthirsty Rage would be really great. Dodge them, though, for extra melee defense and missile resistance for all of our Hobgoblins. Probably a really good idea. First, we'll grab the extra point of control, though, because we really don't want to lose too many of our laborers. We'll definitely grab In Your Face for the extra missile explosive damage. The Drakh Killer will give you the better scales then, so you can sell your cargo for even more money. Perfect. Got 1,000 gold left. Kevin is still recruiting up his Skullcracker, which should be out in next turn. Hopefully, Thayan's are back. I do not want to turn. He may just go ahead and attack the Sentinels. So I don't want to repair that. Alright, we'll do some saving. Mommy and Sisterhood still wants a non-aggression pact. Not today. Not on your life. Alright, Crooked Boons, Wah fails. That's fine with me. Do you like that I'm fighting against the Blood Guzzlers? He does indeed. We are still deteriorating, but at least it'll keep him from fighting us sooner. We did do some trespassing, which he's not going to be happy about. Let's move Drazhoath up to the north. I don't mind keeping him in march stance just so we can gain even more ground. I'm really not scared of anything that Ogre army has to face us with. Move up into the Wolflands as high as we can. It'll want to strike out at the Firemouth and kind of break them quickly. What do Furs give us? It won't tell us. He's just going to flee as fast as he can. Taking some attrition. Fair enough. We will swing on into our technology because we did finish our extended shifts, giving us even more raw materials output and then some income from our scavenger buildings. I think what we're going to go for it next then. I love the industrial security. It costs a lot to get up there. I think what we want to start working towards with our armaments is the martial training, just so we gain a little bit more unit experience basically everyone across the board there, and then we can grab the Ceaseless March for even more campaign movement. More drops to upkeep are never bad. We can also swing in here and get some better diplomatic relations with our fellow Dawi. I think we'll go ahead and spend on the pandemic preparations just to keep the plagues from Kugath down. I don't think we actually benefit anything at all from the Nurgle corruption. I'm not keen to find out the hard way. Power of Gorgoth can go up to tier 3, and will quickly do so. I'm happy to throw in the tribute collectors as well. We're working quickly towards the volcanic deposits, but for now, I am out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard to the War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Zone, and I will see you on the next one.